going on YouTube? It's your boy Quinton for another video back from the weekend. This is our daily recap series. The last video, I think I was recapping Thursday, so we had a lot go down. So like I said, every Monday, we're going to be recapping the weekend. We're going to be recapping Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we're going to loop all of that in there for Monday, and then Tuesday we'll do Monday, Wednesday we'll do Tuesday. Thursday we'll do Wednesday, and then Friday we'll do Thursday, and then we'll keep that rotation just like that. So I think now we're starting to get like a good rhythm now. So again, I'm doing this just to show you guys how we're building in real time. Please ask your questions. Somebody asked a question this past weekend about our retail store revenue. So I will be including retail store into our analysis now, just so you can just so you can see how our revenue, like the different like sectors of our revenue and how we generate revenue. So without further ado, let's dive into the numbers. So I am going to share my screen for let us get into the revenue. So right off the bat, we have, so let's just show you the total of all those days. So 28th to the 2nd, we did a total of 69K, 69.4K. And on Amazon, we did $929. So if you add that all up together, you have $929.58 plus you have 69,496.17 equals 70,425 dollars in total revenue. So we had $70,000 in total revenue from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We had a very, very strong weekend. And I'm going to show you just the individual days really quickly from the Shopify standpoint. So Friday, we did 21K, almost 22K. We basically did 22K because you got to include Amazon in there. That was a very busy day. No promotion was even going on that day. It was incredible that day. And then March 1st, we did 27.8. Include Amazon, we did $28,000 that day. And then just yesterday, we did 19.6. If you include Amazon again, we did 20K. So we had 20K plus days almost on every single day. And let me stop sharing my screen so I can just talk to you. So we did a total of $70,425 in total revenue over 3 days. So if you divide that by 3 days, that is a 23K, that is a 23K average. Guys, it was an incredible weekend this weekend. Now I will get into the promotions, but March 1st, we did start our body butter promotion because our body butter is a seasonal product. We only sell that from October to March, March being the last month. So we end off March with a huge sale. So this month we do expect it to be a huge sale month. I mean, a huge revenue month for us. This is supposed to be our strongest month. It's always historically our strongest month. Also, it's supposed to be our most profitable month as well from a cash flow and P&L standpoint. So we're looking forward to having very, very strong days because people are going to stock up on our body butters. The key for us is to make this month very strong, but to not have such a downturn in April. And that's going to be the key for us. And we're going to be watching really close. So I'm going to be keeping you in tune with that. So next up, let's talk about the ad spend. Like, what did we spend to get to those days, to get to those numbers? So on Google, we spent $1,800 on Google for all of those days. On Amazon, we spent, and it's just loading up here shortly. On Amazon, we spent, drum roll, if it just pops up. Let me change these dates from the 28th to the 2nd. We spent $348.15. And then let's go back to share our Safari. See those numbers. On all three of those days, we spent 4906 plus 4906, 14. So we spent a total of, and you can see that here, we spent 4906 right there. So I showed you all the ad spend. So that's for a grand total of and $54.29. So that's what we spent. If you divide that by the 3 days, we were spending $2,300. And if you look at all our past videos, you know that we've been spending around that range, around that $2,400. Actually, this was kind of an average, was kind of low, honestly, but probably it made up for Sunday though. So that's what we spent. So we spent $7,000 and we got a return of $70,000 pretty much for the whole entire weekend, guys. If you hear that ratio, $7,000 spent, $70,000 in total revenue in return. Now, again, all of that ad spend does not contribute to all of our revenue. It doesn't. Most of our ad spend contributes to first time customer revenue. Remember that. Our ad spend contributes to our first time customer revenue. Because remember, once you get a customer, you do have to remarket to them from an ad standpoint, like retargeting ads. But most of the time, most of our budget goes to first time customer acquisition. So that's when we're going to go next into our first time customer to our returning customer. And let's go into that next so you can see what that was hitting for the weekend. And this stuff is very interesting, guys, just to be able to see this. And it's actually even just showing me a lot, even just looking at the whole thing as well. So for the whole entire weekend, we generated 438 new customers that came in at 19.6, $19,600 new customer. So again, that's $7,000 pretty, and really not even if you just take away Facebook, I mean, you take away, you can honestly say $7,000 because it really was honestly about 4,900 really goes to first time customers on Facebook. So $4,900 contributed to that $19,000 because you can do Google a little bit was $1,800. You know, the returning customers, $881 generated almost $50,000. So this was a heavy returning customer weekend, guys. Again, you see the emails that we send every day. Like we talk about, I show you the open rates. We all week we've been getting 50, 60, 70% open rates. And again, just because we send that email and we don't see the revenue happen that day, it has opportunities for it to hit the rest of those days. And I think that's what you're seeing right now. You're seeing the culmination of just stacking those wins of those emails, open rates when people keep when people open those emails and they're not immediately going to purchase, they're like, hey, Saturday I'll go purchase. Friday, I'll go purchase. Sunday, I will go purchase. And that's what you're seeing this past weekend. On top of the promotion that we did have this weekend, we had a promotion. But again, remember, Thursday and Friday revenue, we did 22K. We didn't have a promotion running. This was just a regular day for our community. And just I'll just say like it was a blackout day for a lot of the black communities decided to do like a not even just the black community. A lot of people had a blackout day on Friday where they decided not to spend money with the bigger corporations and stuff like that. Some people decided not to shop with us as well, but maybe that was a reason why we got a lift in revenue. I don't know, honestly, but again, you analyze your days, you analyze it so you can understand what is happening. So we had an incredible weekend. That was the first time customer revenue. So let's look at our promotions and the emails that we sent this weekend so that you can honestly see, well, what was the communication looking like? And I haven't forgot, I'm gonna go back to the retail store revenue as well after this. All right, cool. So let's look at the emails. Let's start from the 28th. The 28th right here. Let's look at this one. Let's look at that. Let's look at this one. So on the 28th, we sent an email. 74% open rate, guys. This is what I'm talking about here. 88,000 people was sent an email on that day. 74% opened up. I'm telling if you have 74% open rate, I'm telling you, you are going to be in good money in the long term because you have a very engaged customer base. It says that we got 5,300 attributed to this email. 100 people ordered and they had a $53 AOV. And let's see what this email even looked like. Let's view the campaign so I can give you a sense of what we sent. It wasn't anything flashy. This is an older picture of Taryn in our old. This is actually in our store when we used to produce in the store, and it just says enjoy the season's limited edition treats and explore our limited edition collection, which is the frankincense and myrrh bar soap, the pumpkin vitamin C serum, and then the frankincense body butter. So all we did on Friday was just show about the limited edition. And our limited edition products have been selling really, really well this quarter. One thing we did do, our limited edition strategy is we used to come out with a limited edition product every single month. This year we decided to do it where we do it every quarter. because last year what we found is that it puts a lot of work on us as a team, but then it doesn't give people enough time to be able to purchase it. What happens if you like the product in limited edition and it's getting to the end of the month or we're about to get rid of it and you can't buy it anymore? You know what I'm saying? Like, so what we did was we just extended our limited edition to the full quarter now. So now you can buy it in January. If you love it, you can come back in February and get it and come back and stock up on it for months ahead in March. And that's what we're doing. And I think that's giving people a lot of time to buy it, try it, come back. Multiple purchases in a quarter. That's what you want your customers to do. You want your customer to purchase from you multiple times in a quarter. And I believe that this strategy is doing that just by us extending our limited edition window from a month to a quarter. We have now done this. And if I go back and probably look at data, you'll probably see that. So this was the email that we sent on Friday. Nothing spectacular about that email, guys. It just showed them what our products were. And again, it's not to say that the person doing the person doing the emails, can shout out to him. He puts together these emails, and these emails, I think his segmentation game is really went to another level, and I think that's what's really hidden for us. All right, the next thing, the body butter sale. As you can see here, let's click on that actually, so you can get a sense of that. So I told you we're doing 30% off on body butters all month. This email we sent to 137,000 people. We also sent an SMS of 38,000 people right there. So this email we sent to a lot more people. The segments were a lot more open. Our engaged emails, people, 0 to 30 day engaged, 31 to 60-day engaged. And basically all this means is that they engaged with us within these time frames right here. So we sent to pretty much all of these people. This isn't our whole list, but it's a pretty big portion of our list. It's probably about 30% of our list we sent it to. And we got $10,000 from that email. Again, guys, and then from the whole entire from the SMS and from the email, we got $12,000 that came from that communication. And let's look at the email so I can show you what that email looked like. That email was just 30% off on body butters all month long. And we're just talking about how the body butters melt and that, it's getting warm and you need to stock up for the season. And people love our body butters. People want to buy them. And that's all this email was just boom. You don't do as you if you've been watching these videos, you see that we haven't really done super heavy promotions, but this is actually a heavy promotion that we would consider a heavy promotion. And we are waiting and anticipating a very high month in revenue, highly profitable. We're going to generate a lot of cash flow so that we can stack up our cash into our accounts and be able to invest into more new customers to continue to grow that customer base. And promotions like this bring out a lot of returning customers. That's what this promotions like this do. They bring out a lot of returning customers. So that's what this email was about. This email was pretty much just showing just showing the sale. That's pretty much all it did. You see, we got 29 people taking advantage of the SMS. And again, guys, attribution is a tricky game. It says that we had 150 recipients on the email and 29 recipients here. 179 people took advantage. It really was more people that took advantage of this. Sometimes people see the email, they don't click in the email. Sometimes they'll see it and just go straight to the website, and it won't be attributed to that email. And that is okay. This is how these platforms try to track your progress and your stats and everything like that. And it's okay. It's totally okay. But again, every time you see it every day, guys. Every time we send an email, we're printing. That happens every single time. When you continue to collect your data and you collect, your emails and your numbers, and you communicate with those guys, different promotions, different value, this is what happens. You get people who will come and make purchases, especially if the product is good. And I think that's the rule number one. The product has to be good. It just has to be good, because if it's not, you won't get the results. You know what I'm saying? So that is what we sent on the first. And let's just look at the second to wrap up our email promotions of what we did on the second. So yesterday was pretty much just another day where we sent 92,000 people. We sent that to our customers who opened an email in 10 days, but no purchase in the last 72 hours. So you see that big weekend that we had. We were like, look, we're going to send the emails who open the emails, but they ain't purchased at all in the last 72 hours. And that's what contributes to our last few days. So they were like, hey, all these sales that we've been getting, let's send an email to people who open emails, but they ain't made a purchase. And that's what we did. And we still got 69, 70% of people to open that email. 62 people was attributed to the revenue of that email, $3,300. Let's look at the email. Let's look at what we sent in terms of this email. So I can show you exactly how this happened. Best of the best, our most loved body butter. So all we did was just show our top body butters now. Again, you saw that we showed that we were doing a sale on body butters. Now let's send you an email about what are the top body butters. Lemongrass and patchouli, jasmine and vanilla, lavender and geranium. And then pair these with bar soaps. Very simple, guys. You can literally, I promise you, I'm not a gatekeeper. You can copy an email just like this with your products. What are your top products? What pairs well with your top products? Whatever industry you're in, you might not be in skincare, you might be in other types of products, but you have products that pair or complement your other products. You can send an email just like this. You know what I'm saying? So this email right here, another great email. That was pretty much all of the email communication that we sent this weekend. I'll give you another bonus that we did this weekend that I will share with you that we did. That was a very great thing that we did. This is actually a bonus I'm going to give you here. So on the 28th, we sent an email to our customer. I'm going to show you the list of customers that we sent to. So this was an SMS right here, I believe. We did an SMS and an email. And we sent to the list of, oops, sorry. We sent, here it goes. So basically what we did was we wanted to re-engage customers who hadn't purchased in a year. So we have customers on our list who had not purchased in a year. And what we did was this was churn customers to re-engage them. But they've been active in the last 60 days, meaning they probably opened up an email in the last 60 days, but they have not made a purchase in a while. They're churned. They ain't made a purchase in over a year. And I don't even got to click into it. You can see the email right here. Hey there, it feels like an entire year has gone since you last saw you. We miss you. Leave your 2020 bar soaps behind and start fresh again this year with your choice of any bar soaps for 50% off. So we gave people 50% off. Again, we don't do this to everybody. We're trying to re-engage people who ain't purchasing a year. And what better way to do that than with a heavy discount like that? That was a great idea for my guy Kenneth to do. He said, hey, boom, we're going to send out a text, a plain text. This wasn't a pretty email. This was a plain text. This is what the SMS looked like. Place your first order this year with us for 50% off the bar soaps. And that's all we did. That's literally all we did. You can see the results. 61% open rate. 61% of those people opened. It says that we had 50 people take advantage of all of this right here. So it says that we had 50 people purchase this. We actually had a little bit more than that because we had a code. When I tracked the code, I think we had 60 people to use the code. Again, guys, these are people who had not purchased in a year. They are churned. They're damn near dead. Like they're not going to come back probably. And it's not to say that they're not going to come back. They could be stocked up on product. A lot of times they probably aren't coming back. Financial situations, might change. They might have gotten a bad experience. Who knows? It could be any of those. But if you can re-engage those people, it costs you nothing. It costs you nothing. We literally gave them 50% off on our bar soaps. We gave them our retail price and we gave them 50% off on it. I don't mind doing that because why? It re-engages them. We've already paid for that customer. We sent that email, we brought them right back. Now they're going to buy that, they're going to use that product up, and they'll probably be back maybe in a few months. They might be back next month. They could be back in 2 or 3 months. Who knows? But we re-engaged them and got them back into our fold, into our other segments to send emails with. So that was, that was the bonus that I wanted to give you about re-engaging people. There are people on your list that have not purchased probably in a year, maybe even 2 years, maybe last 6 months. There are ways to re-engage them. Give them a heavy discount, you know what I'm saying? Or give them a free gift, you know what I'm saying? Give them a BOGO deal. Give them something that they can't resist, that'll bring them back. And when they come back, now they're back into your fold. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you're re-engaging people who have not purchased in a long time. Last thing I want to show you is because someone asked a question about our store revenue. And I want to give you just a little glimpse of how store revenue does, how our retail store does. We're closed on Sundays. So I'm gonna give you that Friday and that Saturday because usually those are our two biggest days of the week. So let's look at it. So store revenue right here, 3.26K right here in this middle says point of sale, $3,200 at our retail store. So our retail store, so out of the 49,000, so I can just give you that percentage there. So 3,296 divided by 49,825 equals 6% of sales. So 6% of sales. So our retail store is not a huge one for us. I mean, it still gives us 6% of revenue, which is still good. I mean, if we probably lost that, we would feel it, but we would eventually figure out a way to kind of like bring that back. It would also we would also reduce our expense if we probably got rid of it, but we're not getting rid of it. It's just a local retail store in our home city of where we do our production at. People go there and pick up online orders. You know, we have all of our products on display. It's a nice store. It's a nice, you know, 1,500 square foot store. I think we pay like $3,000 in rent for that store. It pays for itself. It pays for itself. I mean, you even see this weekend we did $3,200 just from the retail store. So I mean, the retail store pays for itself. It's a great place. We do events there. Other people might rent out the place and do events. Like I said, people pick up products from there from their online store. Yeah, I mean, we do a lot of different things there, and it's a place where people, when they come in town, they specifically go search out that place. We don't really do any extra marketing from the store. People find us from our Facebook ads, and then they find out that we're in Douglasville. What we should do is start doing more. We're gonna do more. Let me stop sharing. We're gonna do more things to promote our store. But again, it's not something that we have to necessarily do. Again, it's only like 5 to 6% of our revenue. It can go up more. We might end up having to put another person in there so that we because it could get busy. It does get busy more around the holiday times and things like that. People might want a last minute gift. They go there, so it's only one location now. You know, long term, you know, even talking with my investor, I think what we'll end up doing is looking at some of our top cities where our customers are, and we'll place retail stores in our top cities and do things like that. And again, the store is very profitable. It's something that, you know, it's not a high maintenance type of thing. You know, one person can run the store the whole entire day. It doesn't get like so much traffic that it's just uncontrollable. We do want it to get busier. It's not even a wishing, like we're more focused on our online store. So again, that's the retail store, and that's our whole weekend, guys. I mean, we did pretty much $70,000 for the whole entire weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Um, Pretty much 20K per day. It was a very great weekend. We actually haven't had a weekend like that in quite some time. So we've started off this quarter really, really strong. I'm glad to be able to show you guys this stuff, get the behind the scenes. But again, like this video, set your post notifications for when I drop a video, you get it and you won't miss it. Subscribe. You know, if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed, just subscribe. I'm gonna keep giving you this value. Guys, I don't think there's anybody that I've seen on YouTube give a detailed breakdown of their revenue every single day. I mean, guys, take advantage of this because, you know, again, I don't know who else is doing this. You know, I hope you're learning things from this. I hope you're seeing this. I hope you're getting inspired. I hope you are, you know, writing down your questions. Again, we have a workshop that we're doing. I'm doing a workshop next Thursday about customer retention. You can learn how to bring customers back. I do that. That'll be in the link in this description. I also do one-on-ones. If you need a more tailored approach, I do like a 12-week one-on-one where I work with you. We'll meet once a week and we'll really just war game a lot of the things that you want to work on. And then, of course, we'll have an initial consultation. We'll lay out your business, try to figure out the plan to go. And then for the next 12 weeks, we'll work something out so that we are attacking certain things like your customer acquisition offers, customer retention. We'll look at your website. And we'll just address all of these things so that you can start having you a cash flowing asset for yourself. Because that's what it's about. Like I have experience. I've been doing this for 10 years now. We started this business in 2015. I have experience with investors. We have investors. We've raised over $1 million. So guys, I have the experience that I can help you if you need that help. You know, don't be afraid to reach out. You know, hit me up. If you want to do a one-on-one, just email me, Quinton.lewis@urbaneden.com. It's my name, Quinton .Lewis, LEWIS @urbaneden.com. And I'll put all of that in the description as well. So yeah, so this has been another video. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.